Yo, guys. I am super excited. As you can probably already tell by the title, Cathie Wood of ARK Invest has invested in psychedelic stocks. Now, I am absolutely ecstatic, so if at times I speak really fast or I'm jumping out of my chair or I don't make sense, you're going to just have to bear with me. But I will try to get through all of the specifics. I will speculate a little bit on this. I'll talk about what my feelings on it are. As you can probably already tell, very, very positive. All right, so let's hop right into it, guys. Like I said, Cathie Wood of ARK Invest has invested in psychedelic stocks. Or a psychedelic stock. So let's get into the details. Cathie Wood's ETF, the Genomic Revolution, ARK Genomic Revolution, ticker symbol ARKG, has opened an initial position in Atai Life Sciences, ticker symbol Atai. And Atai is, of course, the largest psychedelic medicines company by market cap at least. Now, the ETF has purchased 83,278 shares of Atai, which represents an admittedly tiny portion of their ETF. It's only 0.01% of assets in the fund, but nevertheless, I am still very excited about this. And by the way, that makes it the very lowest position in the entire Genomic Revolution ETF. All right, so we're going to get into a little more specifics and a little more speculation in just a moment. But first, I have another exciting announcement to make. And I know what can be even more exciting than the fact that Cathie Wood, the Cathie Wood, has invested in a psychedelic stock. Well, your boy James, he is going to be interviewing the CEOs of MindMed and Cybin and the executive chairman of Field Trip Health this Tuesday, February 15th. At 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be live on this channel, on the Psychedelic Investor channel, and I know 9:30 a.m. is kind of early, but whatever, it's going to be posted after it is done, so if you can't make it live, no harm, no foul. It will also probably go onto the psychedelicspotlight.com website. So if you do want to watch it live, all you got to do is come to this YouTube channel, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, February 15th. And if you have any questions for Rob Barrow of MindMed, Doug Drysdale of Cybin, or Ronan Levy of Field Trip Health, you can put it into the comment box. And if it's one of the most liked comments, we will go ahead and ask that question. All right, back to the big news of the day. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest, specifically the ARK Genomic Revolution ETF, ARKG, has invested in a psychedelic stock, Atai Life Sciences. Now, to be absolutely clear, actually, I guess, first of all, a little bit of disclosure. I do own both Atai. I have a small position in Atai, I think less than $1,000, and I have positions in multiple different ARK ETFs, including the ARKG ETF. Actually, my investment in ARKG is, I think, my fourth largest investment. But yeah, so I absolutely love it when multiple things that I love come together. So I love doing research about psychedelic stocks, and also I love doing research about Cathie Wood and ARK Invest, because her principles of investing are very similar to my own, of investing in the technologies of tomorrow, of investing in technologies that will make the world a better place, and being a long-term investor, being able to hold on to these positions, onto your convictions for 5-10 years, even when the market is completely shitting on, sorry for my language, even when the market is completely shitting on tech stocks and growth stocks as it is right now. So, if you are a long-time listener of this channel, if you've been watching my videos for at least 6 months, you guys will probably remember, not too long ago, less than a year ago, I forget when exactly, Cathie Wood was doing a live interview with multiple different investors, including Kevin O'Leary, and we got the ShroomStocks Reddit page together to ask dozens and dozens of questions about whether or not Cathie Wood would ever consider investing in psychedelic stocks, and her answer was a resounding no. She said, quote, "We do not invest in binary outcomes." What she meant by that was either psychedelic medicines are going to disrupt the pharmaceuticals industry when it comes to mental health care, or they won't. If the first happens, the stock will skyrocket. If it doesn't happen, well then it's going to zero. So she was extremely dismissive at the time, but it appears that time, and maybe Kevin O'Leary, maybe some base research, has changed her mind, because now, again, The ARKG has invested in a psychedelic stock. And to be fair, it is only one psychedelic stock. It is just Atai. And to be fair, it is the smallest position that she has. And to be fair, it is just one of her many ETFs. But this could be just an opening position, and she could be doing this to make sure that her team is doing as much research as possible on the industry, and if they like what they see, then in the future it is very possible, it is eminently possible, that we could see future psychedelic medicines investments happen in both ARKG and maybe even the flagship ETF, the ARKK. And if that happens, well then, I'm going to be doing another episode where I will literally dance for y'all, because I literally cannot contain my energy right now. So what does this all mean? Well, first of all, because Cathie Wood is, well, Cathie Wood, and she has such a large following on social media and regular media, and all of her movements are closely watched and disseminated, ever more people are going to start looking at the psychedelic medicines industry, Atai, yes, but also the wider industry, and start doing their own research on this industry. And you know what? Many of them are going to find out, like, you mean there's clinical trials that show that you can treat alcohol addiction with an 85% success rate using ketamine? Or, you can basically cure people with PTSD using MDMA, like 67% of people, and 88% of people are improved by more than 50%? You're telling me that the success rate of current treatments for mental health care just basically don't work? Maybe, just maybe, we could see an absolute disruption of the pharmaceuticals industry. And people that watch this channel, we already knew that, but people that don't will hear about the psychedelic medicines industry for the very first time because of this video. Now, hopefully, the Psychedelic Investor is the very first YouTube channel that has a video out on the fact that Cathie Wood is dipping her toes into the psychedelic medicines industry. But we will not be the last. There are likely going to be dozens of videos over the next coming weeks on YouTube about the fact that Cathie Wood is doing this absolutely crazy, insane thing in investing in psychedelic medicines. So, y'all heard it here first. Hopefully, it usually takes a little bit of time to get the video out, so hopefully you heard it here first. And over the coming weeks, months, years, more and more and more people will hear about investing in psychedelic medicines. And hopefully in the coming weeks, months, and years, ARK Invest will invest in multiple different psychedelic medicines. Perhaps it won't be the lowest position in one of their funds. Perhaps the position will grow larger. Perhaps they'll look at other companies like MindMed, like Cybin, like maybe some companies that are working on next generation psychedelics like Mindset Pharma. Who knows where this could go? But this is just an opening salvo in this play. So I am just extremely excited about this. I knew that as soon as I read this, one of my colleagues actually sent a text message in our work group chat. He's like, hey, look, Cathie Wood's investing in psychedelics. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta do a video on this like live. So that's what I am doing for y'all. So I hope that this gets you all excited. Like I said, I love when things that I love come together to do kind of like a crossover event. This is like the Avengers, guys. This is like when Tony Stark meets up with Captain America. We have our Atai meeting up with Cathie Wood, and I'm just so excited. This has completely and totally made my day, even though, like I said, it is just a tiny, tiny position. This really does have the potential for being a game changer in the terms of exposure for the psychedelic medicines industry, because more and more people are going to hear about this for the very first time. Just taking a look at the stock of Atai on this news, throughout the day it's up 14.29%, and I think it's a fairly good bet to assume that most of that is due to Cathie Wood investing in Atai Life Sciences. I'm not sure what I just said there, to tell you the truth, guys. I meant to say, maybe this is what I said, maybe this isn't what I said. I meant to say that Atai is up by more than 14% on the day. I don't know if I said ARK or Atai, but Atai is up on the day, and that is obviously because of this news. It's absolutely fantastic. I am ecstatic. I'll probably be writing an article for Psychedelic Spotlight on this where I'll go into more detail. So if reading about stocks is also your thing, make sure to keep an eye on psychedelicspotlight.com. One last thing, guys, just a reminder, make sure that you keep that you stay tuned for this live event that will be happening this Tuesday, February 15th, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Be interviewing the CEOs of MindMed and Simon, the executive director of Field Trip Health. I am so excited for this. Y'all will get the chance to learn so much new stuff about these companies. Honestly, today has just been an absolutely fantastic day. I'm going to cut it off here, guys, just so that we have time to get it up onto the internet. Alrighty, peeps. Peace. If you enjoy this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.